What is up, YouTube? It's Uncle Mike. How you guys doing out there? Hopefully all my nieces and nephews are doing good. I sure am. It is a very bright and hot day, and I'm a little bit irritated because I have been trying to film this one video for the past 3 days now, and I got an awesome take. And as most of you know, or you will all know now, I use my cell phone, front-facing camera, and the earphones for the microphone so you guys don't hear as much road noise or my AC blowing. And my earphone jack isn't the best. As some of you know, that tends to get crap in it and all that kind of stuff. So I did this awesome take, upload it to my computer, and you see me talking, but you don't hear shit. So,
shit.
anyways, we're filming now. And what I am going to talk about in today's video is the significance, historical and personal. Why are you in my lane?
Shit.
The historical and personal significance of the date of July 16th. Now, before we get into the personal significance, some history behind the day of July 16th. So, first off, year 463 is the start of the lunar cycle of Hilarious. No, but seriously, it is the start of the lunar cycle. Hilarious. Next, we have the year 622. This is the beginning of the Muslim era. This is when the Prophet Muhammad takes his flight from Mecca to Medina. Next off, we have the year 1054, and I do apologize. The name I'm about to pronounce, I do not speak Latin, and this is going to sound really messed up. So for you Rhodes scholars and you thespians out there, or who just know how to pronounce this name, please correct me in the comments. But in the year 1054, Michael Corularius
Shit.
is excommunicated from Constantinople. Also in the year 1054, 3 Roman legates fracture relations between the Eastern and Western Christian churches. They do so by placing an invalid papal bull of excommunication on the altar of Hagia Sophia. This event is also known as the Great Eastern-Western Schism. In the year 1338, the 6 electors of the Holy Roman Empire signed the Agreement of Rents, confirming the Emperor Louis IV. Moving up in history now. In the year 1548, the city of La Paz, Bolivia is founded. Fast forward 300 somewhat years, in the year 1790, Congress declares that the city of Washington in the District of Columbia is now the permanent capital of the United States. America, fuck yeah! 1861, the Battle of Bull Run is the first major battle or confrontation of the Civil War. Or this next event changed the course of human history forever. July 16th, 1945, the first detonation of an atomic bomb at Trinity Site in Alamogordo, New Mexico. Fast forward a few more years, July 16th, 1969, Apollo 11 is launched, carrying the first manned mission to the moon. So those are the historical significance of July 16th. There was one other one. I can't remember the date. I didn't really want to look it up, but I think it was no earlier than 1344 and no later than 1400. Kissing was banned in London to help stop the spread of disease and bacteria. As we all know, ancient Europeans weren't known for their cleanliness. And when they explored the Americas and the South Americas, wherever they explored, it wasn't their advanced weaponry won them the land. It was their dirty asses bringing disease and nastiness and killing off the locals. So, yeah. Shit. Anyways, backpedaling, now that we know the historical significance of July 16th, I'm going to talk about the personal significance of July 16th. We're going to go back to July 16th, 1987. That is the day of my birth. Woo-hee! It being 2017, I am now 30 years old. Oh God, no!
Oh God, no! Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Shit, I'm just playing. Yes, I am now 30 years old. And originally I was going to film my video about change, and because of the event that happened to me 2 years ago, how change, I feel, is good, but as a double-edged sword can be very dangerous, especially in today's society, and I'll explain that moving forward. But back to me, being 30 is a very weird age for me. I am nowhere near where I thought I would be in life. One, that is due to a lot of bad decisions on my part, and a lot of bad habits and views on life that a lot of us practice in. And they're not necessarily evil, but they are bad habits if you're not tenacious or consistent. And if you would have taken a look back at my mid to late 20s leading up to my life-changing event, when I moved to Vegas, I was struggling a little bit. I finally got my first apartment. Things were going well. I had nothing. I slowly bought things to make it feel more homely. I got my Impala. Things were going great. I moved back to California for some work, to work with my parents. I moved back to Vegas, and now not only do I have my apartment, I have my Impala, and I have my truck. And of course, I'm not going to take sole credit for that. My girlfriend, Jonay, did help a lot. And, you know, from the outside, people would have thought, you know, we had it together. You came over, our house felt homely. If you were a planned guest, we had made sure there was a meal ready for you. I had nice things. I had a nice TV. I had all the Blu-rays you can think of. Things were seemingly great. But under the surface of it all, it really wasn't. I was robbing Peter to pay Paul to pay bills. I would spend money on Blu-rays versus bill. You know, I was more concentrated on the image of looking put together than actually being put together. And by that, I mean, I had a get into debt mentality. I didn't own my Impala. I didn't own my truck. And as we all know today, I don't have either of them. The Impala, as you see in the beginning and ends of my videos, the reason I put those there is a constant reminder of the fact that, you know, bad decisions led you to lose that car. And hopefully these good habits and new decisions that I'm making will get me, not particular car, but one exactly like it, back into my life and then some. Moving on to change and that life-changing event. The reason why I feel change can be difficult and bad is because in today's society, and I was guilty of this, we are so used to instant gratification. We're so expecting things to happen quick. And great change doesn't happen quick, especially if you're in a position like me where you have years, 20, or almost your whole life, years of bad habits, and you got to change them. They happen over time. It's not going to be like 50 years, but it's not going to be overnight. Perfect example is kids that don't apply themselves in school and are constantly on the teachers' and parents' radar because they just choose not to do the work. That was me. And I do apologize for my parents on that. I should have done a lot better. But my example is, it's the beginning of the school year. Doesn't matter if you're a straight A student or a fuck-up student or one of those trouble students. Everybody's excited for the new school year. Why? Because you get the new backpack, you get the college paper, you get the 5-star notebook, you get the new pens, you get all this new shit, and you have all the tools necessary to succeed, but you just choose not to because of bad choices and bad habits. And, you know, that's why I feel change is a double-edged sword, because if you're not careful, when you are trying to change, you're not always going to go on the uptick. sometimes you're going to have areas of plateau. For example, recently I came into some money. Not a lot of money, like 30 grand or anything like that, but around $2,500. And that $2,500, I did splurge a little, took me and Jonay out to a nice dinner, breakfast, bought a little something for the house. But other than that, or, new clothes and a lunch pail. Oh, wow, a $5 lunch pail. But other than that, I paid off some immediate bills. I caught up on my phone bill. I took care of a lot of immediate stresses that were a constant daily reminder and could be, detrimental to me. But moving forward, I ain't got those worries anymore. So what do I do? And most people, what they'll do is they may revert back to their old habits, because now that these daily reminders aren't there, they're not going to pursue what they need to. Me, I'm at the point where if I do not stay focused and follow through with what my new habits should be, I can revert back to my old self. And that's something I don't want to do. So change. Don't be inconsistent, and don't fall into instant gratification. And for those of you that might be in a similar situation to where you're looking to change and you're needing to change, another example is single man, bachelor all his life, finds the girl of his dreams. They move in together. He is so used to leaving that toilet seat up that she daily, consistently nags him about it.
Ah, son of a bitch!
So he has to be conscious of it all the time. You have to be on your toes. And that change will not become subconscious overnight. You're going to have to make aware, be active in thinking, when I go to the bathroom, put the toilet seat down. When I go to the bathroom, put the toilet seat down. And next thing you know, a few years down the road, it is now a habit.
Shit.
You won't know when your conscious effort becomes habit. It just does. But the problem most people have today is that they don't keep that conscious effort. They do it good a few times and they feel good, and then they forget. I've done it myself. If change is going to happen in your life, be consistent. Do not fall into instant gratification. But back to becoming 30, or being 30, and how it's a weird age for me. It's weird in the fact that when you're growing up, your perception or conception of age is so skewed. For example, you look at Robert Downey Jr., Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye. The Rock's going to be Black Adam in the new DC movie, and then Iron Man. These are guys that are doing amazing things on screen, and they're huge, they're ripped, they're in shape, they're doing stunts. They're not 25 years old. They're not even 30. They're in their late 40s or even 50s.
Kick ass, dude!
And they have so much life ahead of them, and I have so much life ahead of me. This is why I feel being 30 is such a weird age. I'm old enough to where I can recognize I've wasted some time. I won't get it back. But I'm not old enough to where you put me out back and out pasture and, shoot me. I still have plenty of time. And with me being in my difficult situation and being consistent and being conscious of the effort I'm moving forward in my life, now being 30, official, it's going to be interesting because I'm working on some things that, not just one, but multiple things. When they come to fruition, things will be amazing for me. I do want to say a small thank you, not a small thank you, but I do want to recognize in general, because I don't know if these people will like it if I name them in my videos, but those of you close to me who know what has happened to me 2 years ago. These past 2 years have been rocky nonetheless. I do want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for those that gave me money when I needed it. Not a lot, but anything, a place to stay, work to do, suggestions, getting me out of my bad habits. I do want to say that I have not forgotten about you. I am concentrating on what I'm doing now. That way, when I am able to repay my thanks to you properly, other than these little favors here and there. what you provided for me was huge, and I will never forget that. But one of the things that people pointed out to me is that I don't follow through. So I have to stay steadfast on what I'm doing in order for me to move on with my life. And I'm not forgetting you. Once things are, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When things are going good, you will be thanked and properly compensated for how it meant to me. So thank you for those of you who helped me. You know who you are. You are much appreciated. You have a special place in my heart. You will always be family. That being said, thank you for watching today's video. It was more of a history lesson, reflection. I'm going to be doing more videos. Obviously, I am actually working on my lift videos next week. But thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe and comment below. Any good thoughts, any good juju will be welcome. But thank you for watching, and until next time, Uncle Mike signing off. Peace.